You're watching Boone TV News, Iowa's #1 high school news show.
Hello Boone High, and welcome to this week's news show. I'm Tanner Frost.
And I'm Rachel Ryan, and Boone TV is back after the break as we head into the winter months. As always, we have you covered with the latest at BHS. In preparation for this year's annual Hope Festival, many students at BHS are using this chance to better lives around Boone.
BTV member Jimmy Bousted talked with some of these students and found out how they're involved in this year's festival.
On December 3rd, the Hope Festival returned to the Boone High Commons to help raise money for the Boone community. At the festival, there'll be all kinds of entertainment from our Boone faculty.
Lots of very decorative baskets. My homeroom, seniors are even selling our homecoming door decoration from 9th grade. And it's a beautiful statue of ongoing for 4 years, and we're putting that on the market, and all the money goes to the Hope Festival.
There are a number of ways a student can get involved with the Hope Festival.
We have many clubs that are supporting the Hope Festival with canned food drives and a mitten tree. Our tennis team, boys tennis team, for the last 4 or 5 years has made a basket. Another way kids can be involved is just show up. There's so much entertainment at the Hope Festival. Mrs. Ganson's playing her violin, and then show up and support her. Mrs. Anderson is singing for half an hour. Miss Teben is playing the piano for half an hour.
The festival provides support for students and their families throughout the community.
Well, the Hope Festival helps raise money for a group. We call ourselves the Hope Foundation, and it's teachers or employees of the Boone School District that formed together about 10 years ago. And in the last 10 years, we've raised over $400,000 and given it all away to families of students in our school district that are facing emergencies.
This has been Jimmy Bouston from Boone TV.
High school can be a very busy time for students who choose to have a job.
With an extra set of responsibilities in their lives, some may wonder how they handle work along with their responsibilities at school.
Anthony Casati has more on this feature on working students.
Students who go to Boone High focus hard on their schoolwork, but is that all they have to worry about? A good handful of students that go to Boone High also have a part-time job that they have to go to after school. So what is it like to balance both school and work?
I work at Subway, and I am a shift leader. I use that in between time to do schoolwork as long as with my off days.
I work at Toby K's. I am a cook. On Saturdays, I usually work on my homework or when I have a day off.
Some students only work a few hours, some work a ton. Then again, sometimes it could just vary from job to job.
I couldn't really tell you how many hours I usually work because it varies. There's not like a set schedule you just put on a calendar.
I normally close and I work late, like 8 or 9, sometimes 10.
Students who go to Boone High focus hard on their schoolwork, but is that all they have to worry about?
It used to, when I used to work 40 hours because I would be having to go straight to work after school every day, but now I don't have to.
No, not really, because I have days off that I catch up on my homework.
This has been Anthony Casati from Boone TV.
The boys' swim team season is underway, and the Doors are preparing for their first meet this coming Saturday at home.
Led by a trio of seniors, the team is looking to start strong. Here's Jason Mui with the boys' swim team preview.
The season of winter sports is beginning, and the boys' swim team is hard at work in the morning and afternoon in preparation for the upcoming season. With many talented swimmers returning to the team, Coach Mann is excited to begin the season.
We do have a lot of skills coming back this year. We've got a lot of kids coming back from our teams in the past, and we're looking pretty good. It's a group that likes to work really hard, and we're going to need to work hard to be successful this year, and we're ready to do that.
Correct techniques and fluid strokes are going to be the main focuses for Coach Mann and his team.
We're definitely going to be working on our sprints and trying to make our strokes a lot better, especially backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, trying to make our relays a lot better.
Entering their final season of swimming, seniors Braden Biersner and Kyle Peter have some goals to accomplish before their high school career is over.
I have several main goals for this season. One as a team is to be conference champs again this year. Another one is to set a record, maybe potentially, a school record or a pool record. And then lastly, just to make it to state.
My main goal for this season is to grow closer to my team and get our team, get a couple of guys back to state and to break 55 seconds in my 100 freestyle.
The boys swim team began their season with an invitational at home on Saturday, December 3rd at 10 a.m. This has been Jason Mui from Boone TV.
The girls basketball team, ranked 7th in 4A, took down the 11th ranked Nevada Cubs in the first game of the season.
With another home game this past Saturday, the girls look to grab another win against Webster City. Corbin Waffle has a recap.
Coming off a win against the Nevada Cubs, the Boone Tortoise hosted the Webster City Lynx, looking to continue their winning ways. To begin the game, both teams couldn't seem to find any sort of offense. Junior center Claire Sandvik picked up the Tortoise as Boone led Webster City at the end of the first quarter 10-4. In the second quarter, the Tortoise started to find their stroke while working Webster City's defense down in the paint. Claire Sandvik showed some versatility as she had a huge three from the top of the key. The Tortoise headed into the locker rooms up 22-11 at half. In the third quarter, Webster City started to show some life with a couple of quick scores cutting into Boone's lead. But Boone's sophomore guard, Maddie Danner, hit a three from the corner, ending the Lynx' run. Boone still led after three quarters, 34-22. The fourth quarter would be all Boone as they pulled away from the Lynx. The Tortoise continued to battle down low behind senior Laura Anderson and Sandvik. Boone took the win with a score of 57-34. Claire Sandvik dominated, scoring a double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds. For Boone TV, I'm Corbin Waffle.
The boys basketball team tipped off their season this past Tuesday night. The team traveled to Newton, where the Doors looked to start off with a big win.
Justin Elsner has the recap of the season opener.
The Boone Tortoise tipped off their season this past Tuesday night as they traveled to Newton in a non-conference matchup. To start the game, Newton went on an 8-0 run by pounding Boone in the paint. Ethan Lewis stopped the run with a deep three, starting Boone's comeback. The Tortoise finished the quarter on a run of their own as they cut the Cardinals' lead to just 3 as they went into the second quarter. The Tortoise and Cardinals continued to battle in the paint throughout the rest of the first half. On this play, sophomore guard Trevor Van Pelt split 2 defenders and finished off the backboard, pulling the Tortoise back within 3 of Newton. With the score tied at 27 and time winding down, Connor Golson pulled up and knocked down a 30-footer to give the Cardinals a 3-point advantage over Boone at half. The Tortoise started the third quarter with a couple of quick threes from Van Pelt and Lewis, but once again the Cardinals had an answer on the other end. Newton's Golson and Sturts continued to set the pace of the game as they combined for 59 points. Senior center Gabe Craftston controlled the paint throughout the second half as he finished the game with a double-double. In the end, Newton's three-point prowess outweighed Boone's spread offense, giving them the win 75-70. From Boone TV, I'm Justin Elsner.
In other sports news, the Boone wrestling team also kicked off the season at Newton this past Tuesday night. In a special one-duel event, the Doors wrestled before the basketball game.
The meet ended 43-20 in favor of Newton, highlighted by a 9-second pin from Boone senior Jacob Melton. As the weather gets colder and winter approaches, 2 guys needed to kick back and relax on a tropical island.
Though not exactly what they wanted, they got their chance to experience the ocean in this week's review of Moana.
But beyond our reef, a great danger is coming. Legend tells of a hero who will journey to find the demigod Maui. And together, they will save us all.
Aloha, Boone High! After a short break, your favorite reviewing duo is back in action in an ocean theme.
If you couldn't tell from the lays or shirt, we're here to deliver our review of Disney's newest film, Moana. Let's check it out.
Moana tells the story of a teenage girl named Moana with unique powers who lives on the island Motuni with her family. When she learns of an ancient evil awakening that threatens her home, she sails off in search of the demigod Maui. Together, Moana and Maui must find a way to fight the demon known as Te Ka and protect their people.
Moana is a beautiful movie with a unique setting that reminds us of Lilo and Stitch.
Both films have a lot in common. They're both solid Disney movies, both feature a teenage girl with a lovable though crazy partner, and are unique on their own.
I can't remember the last time I've been disappointed by a Disney film. They produce a steady stream of quality movies every year.
Moana's highlight is definitely the energy. The bright and beautiful scenery adds so much to the theme. The cast is quirky and fast, and the entire film can be described as fun. It's so weird to think Maui is played by the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Pros of Moana include the animation and scenery make for beautiful islands and stunning oceans, and Moana and Maui's chemistry drive the film and make it fun. The two lead characters shine in their roles.
A few cons of the film are that I thought the villain wasn't the best Disney has done. Though obviously large and evil, it's a bit flat and wasn't as good as others. Also, it follows the same formula most Disney movies do, where she sets off on an adventure with a quirky animal. While not the most original, it's a very solid film. Overall, we decided to give Moana 8.5 Maui's out of 10. It's another good entry in Disney's lineup, but it probably won't be considered one of our classics.
And there you have it, BHS. We're two guys back with our review of Moana.
Check out this solid Disney flick if you want while it's still in theaters.
And we'll see you next week, Boone High.
Really? Blow dart in my butt cheek.
Anna and Sydney are back this week with their segment In 60.
In this week's edition, the girls have some dating tips for the fellas.
Lord knows we need them.
I couldn't agree more, Tanner. Here are the ladies with In 60.
I'm Anna. I'm Sydney. And this is In 60. Today, we're going to show all of you guys the do's and don'ts of dating.
Our first don't of dating is don't show up to the date wearing all denim.
But do wear a nice set of clothes. Next, make sure you don't decide to try a new hairstyle before you go out on a date.
But do go all natural. Lastly, don't have bad manners.
But do act respectful around the table. And there you have it. Have any other opinions? Send us a tweet with your dating tips.
See you next time on
In 60.
Thank you for watching this week's news show. You can look forward to another one next Friday, but in the meantime, make sure you check out BooneTV.com to watch and read all the latest stories.
Also, please go like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube account as well.
With that, make sure that you stay safe.
Stay cool.
And we will see you next week, Boone High.